he approached me during the game and he said, "Stop effing with my son. That's my effing son. Stop effing with my son." I said, "What? Nah, man, straight up, man to man. Real talk. Stop effing with my son." And I saw how furious he was. And I said, "We can talk about it later." "Nah, F that. Stop effing with my son. That's my son. I said, "All right, dog. Fine." And he walked away. That's all he said. I knew what he was talking about. I've spoken about this before. Matter of fact, I heard that not many, not all, but a few players were upset at me about that. I think one player in particular was Draymond Green, who I haven't spoken to since and has no desire to speak to me primarily because of this, I suppose. And I found out the way that I found out, which was last night.
Yo, what up? It's your boy, Aries Spears here. Listen, man, I want to comment on a moment that went viral, I guess, between Stephen A. Smith and LeBron James at the Laker game, which Stephen A. Smith addressed on First Take, I think this morning, where LeBron James approached him during the game, and you could tell by the facial expressions and the body language that LeBron James wasn't pleased, apparently, about what Stephen A. Smith was saying in regards to Bronny being in the NBA and his performance. And I got to tell you, this is why I have a problem with LeBron. One of the reasons why I have a problem, because LeBron is a hypocrite. And I kind of wish that Stephen A. hadn't backpedaled just because of LeBron confronting him. Because if you remember early in LeBron's career, and I mean early, there was a moment where in a game in Cleveland, I forget who they were playing, and LeBron James got into a skirmish with the opposing team with several players underneath the backboard, sitting courtside, near courtside. And his mother jumped into the mix and started, trying to curse the players out and take up for her son. And just to add some real context, one of the first things that Stephen A. Smith said was, LeBron didn't approach me as a basketball player. He approached me as a father, which I could understand. So now let me go back to my point. So when LeBron's mother did that, LeBron specifically yelled at his mother, "Sit your behind down." Because LeBron knew that, hey, I don't need you to save me. I know I'm your son and you're my mother and I'm your child, but I'm a professional basketball player playing a professional sport. And this comes with it. So I don't need my mommy to save me. Well, why is this any different? Stephen A. Smith is a professional commentator commentating on a professional sport. He's doing his job. But because now it's LeBron's son, he feels the need to come in and save his son the way his mother tried to save her son. You can't have it both ways. His son is a professional basketball player playing a professional sport. He don't need his daddy to jump in and save him. So the same way you told your mother, LeBron, sit your ass down, you know what, LeBron? You need to sit yours down. Stephen A. was doing his job. Nepotism is why your son is in the league. And that's what Stephen A. was pointing out. We know that your son don't deserve that spot, not over somebody who's more qualified, but it is what it is. Because daddy came to the rescue twice. Stop being a hypocrite, LeBron. You know what I mean? Sit your ass down. DM me for the link to the Spears and Steinberg podcast. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Spearsburg Pod. Hit like and subscribe.
It got spicy last night. LeBron ran up on Stephen A. Smith and he had to get some stuff off his chest. I can't hear what he's saying, but it sounds like he's talking crazy. This how the managers at Chipotle talk to the employees when they put too much chicken on the bowl. Half a scoop of chicken and you shake the spoon and push the bowl down. If they want some more chicken, send them to Popeyes. This how Xavier should have talked to Terry and stopped her from getting on that plane. You ain't going to Atlanta. The president said it ain't cool. Ain't finna be no Atlanta. The world finna burn. You ain't finna leave me here with these two kids. But this Stephen A. Smith, you thought he wasn't gonna use this for content? He was probably smiling on the inside the whole time, knowing he had something to talk about. He said he would have got back at LeBron, but they was at a basketball game. It wasn't the right setting. A basketball game ain't the right place to talk to a basketball player. Stephen A. Smith got a future in politics, because no matter what you say, truth or not, all he gonna say is...
Let me be clear. I did not know that. I appreciate that, but I don't give a damn.
Man, Stephen A. Smith, he got ran up on. And I think if you read LeBron's lips, he's like, I think keep my son's name out your mouth. Like he really like got pissed at Stephen A. Smith because, you know, as Stephen A. Smith has been known to, you know, express himself with athletes. And hey, Stephen A. Smith is going to be Stephen A. Smith. That's why he gets paid the big bucks. That is why he gets paid the big bucks, because Stephen A. Smith is there to annoy you, have an impact on you. You know, sometimes Stephen A. Smith will say some shit out of his mouth, be like, man, shut the fuck up. But then you go, nah, he right about that though. I think it's the one episode where Stephen A. Smith was like, I don't mean to disrespect LeBron James, but you gotta be kidding me, LeBron. You gotta be kidding me. Bronny is not ready for the NBA.
Because he's not ready.
I mean, it is pathetic. It is atrocious. He should be in the G League, and the only G I have is garbage. He's garbage. Tell your son that he needs to stop playing ball in the NBA. Please, I'm begging you. That got to LeBron, and I think LeBron was waiting to approach him. And listen, it's like LeBron James was acting as a father. That's what he was doing. He was acting as a father. He wasn't acting as a player. He was acting as a father, like, yo, don't fucking talk about my son like that.
That was a parent. That was a father.
Which I agree, but which I don't agree, because LeBron, you got to separate that. It's a business. Stephen A. Smith is doing his job. He's not purposely trying to shit on Bronny. He wants Bronny to do well. We all want Bronny to do well. And now I think, and you might think differently, but I think this makes Bronny look like he can't stand up for himself. Daddy, Stephen A. said something about me. Go get him, which I know he didn't do. But you know what I mean? You get where I'm coming from? You know, other guys are like, oh, you gonna have your daddy speak up for you now? You can't even stand up for yourself? I think that LeBron James was right as a father. Maybe if it was like a bully at school, but as far as business and sports, Stephen A. Smith is doing his job. Stephen A. shits on everybody. You know that. And I think that Stephen A. was actually being a little bit soft, because usually he's like, you can't be kidding me that Bronny is so bad. He's so bad. You know how he gets all hyper. And Bron is 6'10", 6'11", and Stephen A. stood up. I never really see LeBron run up on anybody. That's the difference between today's basketball, because if it was like a Charles Oakley, he would have smacked the shit out of Stephen A. Smith and Anthony Mason, a Xavier McDaniel, right? Bill Laimbeer. Stephen A. Smith would have been in a fucking casket go, I think you guys saw last night what happened to me. They broke my arm because, yeah, Charles Oakley was not playing games.
Yo, what's up? This bruh man from the fifth floor, and you tuned in to Forgotten Kings TV.
Last night, LeBron James walked down on Stephen A. Smith in the middle of the game. Told that man, stop speaking on my son. This is crazy, man. I ain't gonna lie, you know, I understand. You keep hearing Stephen A. Smith, you know, on TV, begging you to stop this madness, forcing us to, you know, watch this experiment with Bronny. You know, he's not ready. This is how Stephen A, and he's so dramatic, right, when speaking on what we've seen from Bronny James thus far, right? After that performance versus the 76ers, right, Maxey went ham. It was like, all right, y'all. I mean, how much more do we have to see before, the decision is final? Okay, Bronny, he's not ready. You know what I mean? Now, of course, as Stephen A said, right, many, they all agree. LeBron in that moment was a father, right? And I understand that because, again, that's his son. However, it's just awkward because it's like, yo, this is a game. You know what I mean? This is NBA. And yes, this is LeBron's son, but he does play for the Lakers, okay? You understood that the moment the moves were made, right, to get Bronny to L.A. Now, again, it's a lot of reports that comes out, right? We can't confirm or deny, right, the average viewer. We just see the headlines. But, it was so much talk about Rich Paul and doing what he could to prevent other teams from drafting Bronny, even to the point of, saying, LeBron could possibly leave. Then we started hearing rumors of LeBron, maybe he'll go to the Warriors. I mean, all of this was done to get Bronny in L.A. Then we seen the coach change, right, with J.J. Redick. So, at the end of the day, it's like, LeBron, you knew exactly the type of reaction, right, or the pressure that, comes with playing in that purple and gold, man. Let's just be honest. You know what I mean? And Bronny, to me, to expect him to, jump right out there and to, fill the shoes of his father, that's a big ask. And too soon. You know what I mean? Bronny, he needs time, to develop his talent. And let's be real, it was dope to see him out there with his father. But the moment, the team understood the assignment was more about winning a championship rather than trying to, see if Bronny is ready to be a star in this league today, this is why I knew immediately they were going to part ways with Anthony Davis. Because today, Anthony, right, when he's not injured, but, Anthony Davis, he can give you 20-20. You know what I mean? But, again, I knew that was going to be an issue. Because if I'm a player there and I'm in the middle of the season and my reason for being with the Lakers is to win a championship, now I'm stuck here waiting for this experiment to end. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, to see LeBron walk down on Stephen A., I mean, come on. He definitely was humble. Now, I would have rather seen LeBron walk down on Skip Bayless. Now, that'd have been interesting. You get what I mean? Because, listen, that's something that Skip Bayless, he need right now for the ratings. You get what I'm saying? It's being said that actually Stephen A. is about to go on a Skip Bayless show. So I'm sure they're going to talk about this situation. Like I said, I'm kind of conflicted because on one aspect, I understand why, people get so upset with Stephen A. Smith. It's not about, his reporting. Sometimes he's it's the way he drags it out. You know what I mean? And he made it seem like, LeBron was just forcing his son to go out there and do something he didn't want to do. You know what I mean? And it's like, come on. We get it. We understand. Stephen A. has a job to do. He gets paid to talk sports. You know what I mean? To criticize the players. And that's exactly what he was doing, right? And LeBron, he has to understand, this isn't the Cavaliers, respectfully. This is the Lakers. This is win or go home, okay? Come on. Look at how they got Luka. I'm a Lakers fan. Come on. They're making these moves to win a ring. The fans, that's just how, they've been conditioned all of these years. They want to see rings. Yes, they appreciate the father-son moment, but trust and believe. If he ain't ready to get this team to a championship, guess who's going to take the blame, the criticism? Everybody who signed off on this. You get what I mean? So that's the only part about LeBron where, Stephen A's not wrong. You know what I mean? But the way he was reporting it and LeBron was forcing his son to go out there and do something he didn't want to do. It's like, come on, yo. You can talk about it in a way where you ain't gotta, be all extra. You know what I mean? But y'all let me know. What are your thoughts on LeBron James walking down on Stephen A. Smith in the middle of the game just to tell that man, stop speaking on my son? Who do you think is in the wrong in the situation? Is it Stephen A. Smith or LeBron James? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. With that being said, that's all I got for y'all today. My name is Sensei Rip. Till next time, peace. Salute world, I need y'all to do me a favor and check out my homie Grand Finale's latest video titled Less is More, okay? Available on YouTube right now. I'm about to bless y'all with the teaser. If you like what you hear, make sure to hit the link in the description to subscribe to the homie's channel. Also leave a comment and tell him that Rip sent you, all right? All right, y'all, peace.
You starstruck, you're stuck when I leave you in awe. What you saw had you floored as you picked up your jaw. Can't ignore, you were shook to the core. Couldn't endure what many claim they swore wasn't witnessed before. Earthquakes and aftershocks and tectonic plates and magma rock.
Thank you for watching my video. If you like what you see, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And also, hit that notification bell to get the latest on hip-hop, sports, comedy, whatever. All right, we got you covered over here at Forgotten Kings TV. And also, click on one of these videos, okay? All right, y'all. Peace.